spirit conditions and stuff, and these are the things that happen on those particular aspects. You see what I'm saying? When you're saying the testosterone and stuff like that, that's a physical connotation. That is a physical aspect, and that has to be coming from something else. That physical end result, what you call testosterone, has to have its origin in something that is spiritual. You see what I'm saying? Before it ends up that type of way
on earth.
On earth, as well as it has to also be a component inside of the female body, because she's the origin of all of that. Whereas in the early 90s, they ripped open the cells of the men, and they said that the cells of the men, when they compared the tissue of the cells of males. I'm a heterosexual. I got to put that on the tape.
Right.
Because niggas out there say Bobby done gone, you know.
Right, to the other side.
To the other side.
Right,
Bobby got some sugar in his damn tape. I ain't talking about that.
Right.
But they compared the flesh of the inside of the organs of men, and they said it was the same as the vaginal walls, the material in the vaginal walls. You see what I'm saying? In the material of the vaginal wall. So what we're talking about here, we're talking about when we talk about the hermaphrodite. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
For the mere fact it's a hermaphrodite means that we're talking about possibilities beyond the realm of a normal aspect, and we're talking about mutations. A mutation, although it might not be normal, you see what I'm saying? In the universal scheme of things, it is possible, probable. You see what I'm saying? And a reality. So that's the only thing I'm saying on that particular aspect. This has nothing to do, in the spirit realm, the only thing that separates us as male and female is an illusion
of separation.
An ego. To think, and I'm not talking about to think that in actuality we are anything other than these particles of light that's in here speaking at this particular point.
Right.
All this great shit that I'm talking about right now is not coming down based on Bobby motherfucking Hemmitt.
Right.
In the physical form from Mullen, South Carolina. It's a particle and it's an energy of a God energy is bringing this shit forth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's bringing this shit forth.
Right.
You see, so that's all I'm saying in that particular aspect. There are laws above that type of aspect.
Oh, just chilling out.
Yeah, right. It's just like there was some sisters was doing these rituals. And they decided that they was not going to let this brother, who was the financier, into the rituals. And the brother was there all along, and they was doing all this learning. And I kept saying, hey, y'all doing this ritual in the sisterhood, there's your sister right there, which is the brother. It was a Hanuman deity like this. And as a result, you see what I'm saying, it wasn't that they couldn't get to the other, obtain what they wanted to, because there was a series of tests and what the spirit was trying to tell them. And in so many words, because they couldn't look beyond the apparent. What appears to be some way, they left a key vital force out. The way it happened was the Hanuman figure or the opener of the way at the particular time just so happened to be a man. And they didn't put it that way, talking about this sisterhood and shit. Just as the brothers come and put a whole bunch of goddamn niggas together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They slept on that what really happened. You see, on that particular thing. And we're not talking about us as the entities of what we come to know as male and female and stuff like that. We're talking about the God form and stuff like that, and there's no formula out here that's immutable, as the Christians say, immutable laws, like it can't be done or it can't be changed or whatever type thing here and stuff. And what it can't be done. And in so many words, the whole drama of the Osirian and the Osset drama is actually saying when she has Horus as a form of an immaculate conception, which is the first one on the temple walls of the temple of Seti I, is that same process that she did it before in the beginning, so she's doing it again now. It's the same thing with the concept of when I first was getting into this consciousness, me and Ginger, she was damn near 11 years younger than me. We was screwing one time and the rubber broke. I don't know, it was whatever contraceptive we had back, this type of thing or something. And she said, no, you didn't come inside of me. And right then one of the psychic sisters called and she said something profound. She said, well, ain't nothing going to happen to you. She said, there's all forms of birth control that beyond the original concept of birth control of the mind. And that profoundly stuck to me. And then later on, it's the same concept of when they said that the woman had the ability, the period was the original birth control device. Which means that in the oncoming approach of the patriarchal realm, these men, they found out that they could slow down a woman's or impede a woman's progress by raping her and giving her an unwanted child. So these women, they would bring on their periods at will and abort that child. And that was also a right that later on became the Lilith. And I said, God damn, I'm reading this shit here about 5 or 6 years after the sister mentioned it, that she said there's all forms of birth control even after we have lost the original form of birth control was from the mind. Now I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. Young girl in her early 20s, she said, I think I'm pregnant. She said, I think I'm pregnant. And I said, so what you gonna do? She said, well, I ain't having none for that goddamn asshole there. Who's her boyfriend? She said, he's a fucking idiot. I ain't having no shit for that nigga. She said, I know what I'll do. She said, I did it before. I went into the closet and got into the dark and kept repeating, it ain't time yet, get your ass back and send back. And she said, my period came on. And I said, God damn, here you go again. So then it comes to this particular part. I'm with Ginger. She said, man, my period ain't came on in a minute. And she's psychic. I said, well, I asked the spirit, is you pregnant? She said, yeah, I'm pregnant. I go downtown. I say, Lilith, I'm not playing with your motherfucking ass. You got to 6 goddamn o'clock. That's when she get out that building, Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Have that motherfucking period on. You got to 6 o'clock and I ain't playing with your motherfucking ass. That's me as a man. As a goddamn man.
Right.
It wasn't her. It was me. As a man. Right. I said, I ain't playing with your goddamn ass. I said, you got till 6. Don't fuck around and not have till 6. And at 6 o'clock she came down, she said, guess what, my period just came on. And that was me as a man, and I did it time and time again. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to say, the whole concept of these laws of the universe, that's the whole concept of being God. You have the ability to break the laws of what appears to be. Yeah, that's the whole ability to be in God.
Exactly, right. That's why.
That's what magic, the whole word of magic, it means manipulating the forces of the matrix of the universe to get what you want. There's nothing.
Right. That's right.
That's the white man that said, or incurable disease. There's no such thing. You see what I'm saying? There's no such thing.
You see, fucking disease for that matter.
Right. Into the point where even Devil Blair and even Hilton Hotima talked about they had a history of a motherfucking man that was pregnant. Now I even know myself, other than having a baby. Then the spirit did some shit in 2008, made me lose a whole lot of weight. I ain't had no stomach. It made me lose a whole lot of weight. And then in January, my stomach blew up. A sister called me saying I'm pregnant. She said, but some funny shit or some real shit. I said, no, you get the symptoms of it, but I'm the motherfucker pregnant. I already knew this because that's what they talk about in the Buddhism. That's what the Buddhist shit. Well, I say I'm the motherfucker pregnant. But it was a rapid thing. And in the first part of January, about 2 weeks into the shit, I'm laying in bed and there's a baby kicking out my side, kicking in my side. They tell me how the baby kicks.
Right.
Stomach getting bigger, the baby kicking in my side. So I go to the toilet and I shit out some baby dookie. You can't have it. Now you can shit out some, I've been a vegetarian for a minute, you can shit out some nice shit. But I'm talking about some baby Gerber Dookie. And it was on top of a